Hey y'all, I'm back with the scrapbooking process video using the July 2016 Hip Kit Club main kit and the add-ons. And I started by using white background with our color kit. So the color kit came with a stencil and Dilutions paint and then also another shimmers product. And I just simply dabbed the Dilutions paint onto the white background using a sponge. And using the stencil, of course. I did not get that on film because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I'm starting by just layering my photo, and I actually use quite a bit of layers, and I do a lot of like thin layers because I don't want a lot of the papers to show. I just kind of want to give it some height, and I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit. So I'll add this last black and white layer, and then I'm going to place a doily right underneath, just to kind of give it a little bit of something different. I think I try to add that. I think that paper possibly was fancy free paper, but I ended up not using it on this layout. So I really like the placement of this, or where this is going at this point. I purposely left a little nook there because I knew that after I had stenciled that I would want a little place for my photo to rest. And so I decided to use that little spot for my picture and to place a little 3x4 card. And just love the way that that turned out. I also had some leftover diamond shapes from when I created some handmade embellishments using that really pretty gradient ombre paper, and that's an exclusive paper, by the way, but I think it's more of a gradient because it's got like a real pretty pink, and then it kind of drifts into like a more blushy pink, and then into cream, and then into like an orangey yellow, and I just love that paper, and I've used up I think like every single bit of it. But anyway, so I use those diamond shapes just to kind of bring in the other diamonds from the stenciling. I'm also just placing some homemade embellishments down. I had made these with these kits, and I planned on using them in the like last week's layout, but I completely forgot, and so I decided to use them in this layout. And so I really love the way that those kind of added extra little touches to the page without me having to do a whole lot of work during this actual process. So right now I'm kind of thinking that I really like the idea of using Good Life or The Good Life as the title, and I really wanted to use up these pieces of ephemera, or these two words, but I was kind of trying to find the perfect layout for them, and so I decided to use them on this particular layout, and I just love the way that that turned out. And I like the placement of it too. Sometimes when I do layouts that are kind of like a little bit out of my comfort zone, I have a hard time with knowing where to place the title because I don't really plan for that. And so for this one, I thought that right above that photo was the perfect place for that. I also placed that little semicircle banner, I think that says summer on it, right above the photo. And then here I just loved that camera on this 3x4 card, so I decided to use a scallop punch to punch that right out. I layered it right onto some paper, and then I had a little handmade embellishment in no time. And then I'm going to pop it up on some foam dots. Those are from Stampin' Up. I think those are called Stampin' Dimensionals. And then I'm also going to punch a couple of little clouds, just to kind of add a little something else. I felt like it needed something above that card and wasn't quite sure what I wanted to add, and I wanted a couple little pops of color there, so that's what I did. And I used an exclusive paper designed by Kim Watson's really pretty piece of paper. And then these are puffy stickers. Those are also exclusive, but I wanted to add like some pops of black, but I wasn't really sure about it. So I decided to kind of move on to these floral shapes, and I did add those. And at this point, I'm kind of not really sure what else I want to add or if I want to add anything else, but I really wanted this layout to be, I wanted a lot to be going on. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I just sometimes feel like I stop before I like want to stop, and so I really wanted to like go like full out on this one. So I decided to go ahead and add The Good Life. I don't always do a big title. A lot of that is because this sounds really lazy, but I don't really like fiddling with like thickers a whole lot, which is why, I mean, I love thickers. I love the look of them, but it's really difficult for me to get them straight. I do not know why. Even here, I feel like these look crooked, and I have to like figure them out. And they probably don't look crooked to you guys, but when I pulled up that page, I was like, whoa, that's way too crooked. So I ended up actually fixing them to where they look like they were meant to look that way. And I do like the way that turns out. But I don't always do huge titles because I like to find easy things to use for titles. But like I said, I wanted this page to kind of go full out. So I decided to do the good life and then hashtag cousins. And then I'm adding little bits and pieces all around the page now. And I just love the way this layout turned out. And I pretty much finished with that. I don't think I add a whole lot more. I don't think I add India ink, do I? I don't remember, but I don't think I add a ton more. At this point, I'm just kind of figuring out some last minute decisions and touches, but other than that, I'm pretty much finished. So if you guys have any questions or any thoughts, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys soon.